sort it out, figure it out.
Rămâneți în spate și veniți la mine și o să ne ocupăm, o să rezolvăm imediat.
So, group 1.
Grupa 1.
So group 1 will go out the door, down the stairs.
Grupa 1 o să iasă pe ușă, o să coboare.
With Sergeant Gramaho.
Cu sergentul Gramaho.
So if you want, yes. So I'll have you. So group 1.
And then you can take it off. Does anyone know the amount of time that it can take to bleed out? How long you have to get the tourniquet in place for arterial bleed? 2 to 4 minutes to bleed out without the tourniquet being in place. Yep. All right, so everybody get your partner and you're going to put the tourniquet on their left arm and then we're going to walk around and check for the pulse to make sure it's absent. Okay. Once it's on, just raise your hand and I'll come around and check it.
Make sure you tell your partner if it's too tight. We don't want anybody.
And then you can just switch and do it.
You're going to want to stabilize it. So once you kind of like, you know, do it in
And then for us, we like to set the beginning, and we just wrap.
This is pretty simple.
So we have only 2. This one right here that we brought, and then we brought 2 wooden sticks for you guys to practice. This is the best one. And then we have tape. You just like demonstrate. You can just stay practicing. Well, then it will be hard to move it because then we.
You guys have ever done needle decompression? Obviously, it's not a chest tube.
Is it single use only?
Is this single use?
This is a very small thing. It will plug up. I've used it before. They probably plug up in about 15 minutes, typically, because you got a lot of tissue around it, right? But it will decompress the chest, right? And then if you needed to, if it plugs up, you can just do another one next to it, right? And then the other place, especially easily in males, if you go to the nipple line, it's roughly the 5th intercostal space, come around to the nipple line, anterior axilla, and then you're just going to sink one there. And that works better, you know, it works, it's probably better for if there's blood, fluids in the lungs, without gravity, especially rotating over on that side. But for, you know, it's just another way of doing it. Make sense? All right, so if you guys want to practice for a few minutes, you can practice with this. You guys can practice on those. A couple people, just you guys want to practice. Okay?
There's 2. There's one on the ground over there, and then you can use these.
There's yeah, another one over here. If you guys want to use this, over here.
on the field, but you can also improvise with t-shirts. Now my arm is completely immobilized, so stable.
10 seconds.
So let's get 2 or 3 volunteers. Someone can be the casualty, and then other 2 people can be providers, and we all do a return demonstration. All right, who's the casualty? Who's got a broken arm? Okay. Her arm is broken, right? So who's on scene? Who's hoping to found her first? So what's the medical provider? Oh, my arm's broken. She has a fracture. Her bone is sticking out. Okay, you broke your leg. Your bone is sticking out. Hip fracture. What do? You have some. You're in the woods. You found some sticks. Let's do it. We do AK. Yeah, found some sticks in the woods. Luckily, you brought your pack. So you got some out. This is why the tournament prep is important. Go right above. High and tight. So this is a good example of why you should prep your tourniquet. I didn't prep this one very well, and it can play a role in keeping them alive. So that took me 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So they can get out in 2 minutes, especially with multiple injuries like that. That's why it's very important to get it on quickly. And then obviously just go around, feel for the pulse. Does anybody know the location where you would check pulse on the foot? Yes. Perfect. Who wants to go first for the demo? Okay.
Top leg.
Can I get one partner to volunteer to do it on each other? You're all going to do it, so whoever wants to go first.
That one was like, oh.
And there were buildings that would go out, and so they had to do this.
Who else hasn't done it?
You help someone.
Have you done it yet? You want to do it on there? So again, for her wrist broke. Yeah, broke here.
And again, if needed, we have some like lubrication to kind of help. But I don't think this one's going all the way down anymore. Yeah.
Everyone good? Good on slip? Okay. Next. Sorry. You're out wherever you are, you're in town. Do you guys have swimming or
Yes.
surgery or something sticking out of your eye or blood in your eye? Something to tear those up.
Is there the cardiothoracic surgery? Or, oh no, what's your background?
So, the term is the complex highway, right? So sometimes you can use, we call scissors lines to make them out here. So you don't want to get bit. So if I put my finger in and they, right there, I don't want that. So you can kind of scissor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you can use a finger opening, or you can use a tongue blade. This has a long page so that you guys probably hear. And do you intubate as well? And the tree too? You don't want anything touching the injury. You don't want any pressure on the top. So a lot of things there, ICU jobs. So, say her eye. What is good about the IPL? What's good about it? This one that we have comes with more anatomical. More anatomical. Very tissue. Let it right. What is the downside? What's the bad part? Yeah, so clearly it's not protected, right? If they ask for a comment, that's good. So with eye injury, stabilize another place that we should add what kind of patient is probably not. There's other ways to know. You don't have the craniofacial, right? Now you have this. But never rest.
5 seconds.
How can you cut it, place it there, and then burn, right? Burn, that's how they go to the chest. The airway feels well, so that's not inflammatory, right? Those are places you can remember. Anything you can find that you saw someone with the virus come down in one day, you saw probably just not save a life for a little bit of money.
Try again.
So when have you guys ever had a nuclear accident?
Yep. 5 to 10 seconds. You're good. It's probably a problem.
Are any
These guys are trauma. You're trauma?
What do you do if you have you had
Это там вот наезжать, да, и...
never had one? What is the check and house?
Okay.
На лаур.
I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Там есть, Саша. Yes, I... Фиксируешь там здесь.
I usually try to go.
I know you will. Good. When you're done.
Very good. Good job.
Alright, bring it in real quick. Last one. That's what I want. That's last one. Alright, reverse. Dry, sterile, kind of full pieces. Don't want keep it from being exposed.
I'm going down there anyway.
Это что будет байпас делать? РКБ не дадим. Так пойди, есть такая техника, качать, забивают за счет пожалуйста, потом отпускаешь через час-два. Ну, скажем, да. Ставь сразу себе 2, 2, 1, 1. Более. Ставь себе 2, 2, 1, 1. Ставь еще и время.
Алена, если кто пишет интернет делаешь, ты...
Мем с копейкой, я обязательно выживу.
Жален, 35,
Сейчас уже 50, сейчас дам. Нет.
Требуется терпение.
Obviously, if somebody's with it enough, you're not going to let it.
They're over here.
Perfecto. Safe. Okay. So just let them know you could encounter somebody with multiple. Okay. The most important thing is you control the bleeding if it's on the arms and legs with a tourniquet. And then once we've controlled the bleeding with the tourniquet, we have slow bleeding or bleeding coming from these scratches after the tourniquet, then we use this technique. If they have multiple punctures or lacerations, you always go to the one that has the most bleeding first, and then work from the pain. If that makes sense. Do they have any questions?
Vedem, de exemplu, probabil de asta pe lucrat, este obiect străin înăuntru. Ceva de genul.
Okay, penetration. This one, what is that, a wall? Okay, so in this case here,
Yeah. Okay.
yep,
Yeah.
pat it. Do not remove it. So tell them that they are to pat it. Like if you have a blade sticking in, then what you'll do is you just stabilize it and wrap around it. If you want to immobilize it, keep it from moving, but you do not want to remove it, because if you remove it, you could tear an artery and it can bleed out. And just remember that this is a pre-hospital setting, so the treatment is a little different, and once you get them in the hospital, it's totally different.
once you remove it, it's all gone. So you just want to work around it. Keep it in place once they get to the hospital. It'll essentially, it kind of maybe save your life by keeping it in there and not removing it.
Yeah. But yeah, the most important thing is after you stop the bleeding, transport the patient as fast as you can. It increases their chances of survival. Yeah, get them, move them.
Good job.
You guys did good.
Yeah, great job. Great.
Tapi este echipe.
This is like an additional. Have you guys switched it?
From that group?
Yeah. We'll talk to them.
Yeah, does everybody feel comfortable putting it on? Yeah. Okay, well, you're about to put on 6 on one person. Once everybody's finished up, I'll do the demo of what you're going to do next.
So everybody's finished?
You guys are good? Okay, so I'll have him lay on the ground. Does anyone know the time frame that you can bleed out? Like how long you have before like putting a tourniquet on that you can pass from it? Timeline? Like 2 to 4 minutes. But yeah. So you can bleed out from an arterial bleed in that short amount of time. That's why it's very important to get the tourniquets in place. So for this demo, you're all going to rotate through. I'm just going to give you an example. We're going to do 2 tourniquets on each arm and then 1 on each arm. In real life, if you're putting that many tourniquets on somebody, but this is just hands-on practice and repetition of the tourniquets. Okay?
Fully rotating.
So hopefully I'll be able to save him, but it is difficult at the time. If the tourniquet is pressed, it can make, it can make a delay in getting it in place. So what you're going to do for the exercise is...
No, we had just got here. No. We're already in place. We're good to go. We're already in place.
Can you go above on the second tourniquet? So a minute 40. It's about the time that you should have them all in place. If you don't have time to feel for the pulse, or if like you're in a hostile fire situation, just kind of feel, make sure it's tight. Who wants to go first? You're all gonna do it, so whoever wants to do it first. Just for this exercise, but honestly, I realized
They already did.
Oh, you want element?
So if you notice this laryngeal mask airway is designed for kilos. They have the broken up.
They have the same purpose.
So this is a blind airway insertion, so I'm not going in and visualizing chords. This is just blind. Just going in. Once again, following the throat, and then you essentially insert it. So you can't go any farther, and then you can back. Every 5 to 6 seconds.
Colonel, go there.
Yeah.
We're out of order. What were you guys? 6. You're supposed to go to 7. You're at 8. So our group is down to 2 right now.
Okay, so we're... Did you guys... What are you guys doing?
You gotta go 6, 7. You guys skipped it.
Did you guys do just yet? Yep. Oh, so they already did it.
We're not turning.
Okay, what are you?
Splints, high shields.
Splints and eye shields? No. Okay.
So group...
Okay. So just a second, we're going to switch.
Come on here. You guys come on here.
Okay.
We'll see you again later.
All right.
There you go. Okay, got it.
How you doing? All right, start again.
Let's try this again. All right. Do we have everybody? So there's 4 stations here. We have the nasal pharyngeal airway, which I'll show in a second. BVM, which is the bag valve mask. The needle decompression for tension pneumothorax, and then the airway. First, for your MPA, you want to make sure that you measure from the tip of the nose to the tip of the ear. So we're going from here and measuring here. The sizes are on the front, so this is an 8. Because these mannequins aren't the best right now, I'm going to use a smaller one just for demonstration. However, in a real patient, you can always use lubrication. That way it can ease in a little better. You want to make sure you always go in the direction of the nose, have this bevel down to go inside the nose. And you want it to be flush with the nose. At this point, you can use the BVM to give breath to your patient. There's several different sizes. So once we're finished explaining everything, you can practice putting this in. That's the first one. For your BVM, this is your bag valve mask. This is for an adult. I have the pediatric one, and then the infant one. We use the CE method, so we'll do the C over the mask, and then the E underneath the jaw, like this. E, and you want to make sure you have good position, so we say head tilt chin lift, and then we'll do the inflation of the air. You want to make sure that you're looking at the chest for equal rise and fall. And with the children one, we also have this attachment. But on the side, you can limit to how much you're going to get. So you have 10, 15, 20, and you just twist it down to the number. That way it doesn't give too much air to the baby. Any questions on these two?
Next, I'm going to demonstrate the laryngeal mask airway. So obviously they're weight based. So we have the 50 to 90 kilos. This is a blind airway, so you're not having to visualize the cord and intubate. This is just a blind, hasty airway. So part of this you can, you can always leave up at the back of this. And obviously this link, the trachea is in front, so you always want to do it this way. I've seen people trying to do it this way. The trachea is always on top, right? So and literally you just, a little bit more difficult with it being dry, but essentially you just insert until it stops, okay? And then you can take the mask off, and then so the last one that we'll show is needle decompression for, you have a pneumothorax, a tension pneumothorax. So we have these needle decompressions. It's just a needle, right? So the landmarks, second intercostal space, mid-clavicular line, roughly, they say to try to do roughly nipple line or a little lateral just so you miss all the vessels, right? So you come down, roughly second intercostal space, you're going to go over the top of the rib because the bottom of the rib has vessels under it. Go in over the top of the rib. And you're going to advance it until the end of the hub, right? You're going to wait 5 to 10 seconds and then take the needle out and then leave it here. These things will clog up because they're obviously it's a small tube, right? Ideally you'd be putting the chest tube in, right? Which is way bigger. So these things will plug up, so they'll probably last you maybe 15 minutes, and then you would have to do another one. And then, so if you need to, if you need to, you just can go just laterally. Just keep going, or the other landmark, if you find the nipple line in males, or ideally in females, find the nipple line, go over to the anterior axillary line, and then just go right above that rib. And then that's better for if you have fluid, blood in there, it's better for air, okay? And the same thing. Okay? And we'll let you guys go ahead and practice. There's more over here too. So you guys can just cycle.
Decompression mannequins, and then you can use those 2 mannequins for free.
If we have to put in more, do we just leave them in?
Yeah, just leave them in. Leave them in and you just go right next to it. Boom. You know, another one, another one, another one.
In order to check on the legs, in order to check on the legs, or you check for pulse. Check down here on the ankles.
Радостно.
It'll be easier to check right here. And then, so check the movement, pulse, what else?
Я-то лежал с тобой.
So you stop at different houses?
Yeah.
Oh.